As mentioned, Monte Ross is with us from Delaware's 5th season, and is this the smile of a coach with 5 returning starters?
Well, it's experience and depth that we haven't had in a long time around the Delaware program, so we're very excited about it, and I think it's a good mix for us. We've always been guard heavy since I've gotten there, and now we have some big guys that will be able to mix in with these guards that we have, and I think one of the keys for us, which is probably the key for a lot of people in the country, we need to stay healthy.
You got what I think is one of the premier guards in the league, in Juwan Carter. Tell us a little bit about him. Is he having a good preseason?
Juwan's been spectacular in the preseason. I think more than anything else is he has a superior work ethic that he passes on to all the other guys on the team, and he really elevates their game and elevates their work ethic because he's an unbelievable competitor. He's one of the most competitive kids that I've ever coached. We're looking for him to build on that year that he had last year in terms of being a second-team All-CAA player, 18, almost 19 points a game. And I think what we're looking for him outside of his scoring is to be more efficient. I think he'll be able to do that with us moving him off the ball and getting him back to the wing position where he's been a phenomenal scorer for us. So, Juwan he's a competitor. Once you start with that, I think everything else is, pretty good.
And a pretty good 1-2 punch in addition to Juwan. Alfonso Dawson has given you a lot. A 6'4" guard who plays a little bigger sometimes than we think of as just a traditional guard.
No, he does play bigger, and one of the things that he's really, really good at is offensive rebounding. We've been trying to get him to be a little better defensive rebounder for us, but he has a nose for the ball, and I think he uses his size. He uses some craftiness to really get to the glass and get some easy putbacks. I think he's such a good offensive rebounder because he knows that's where you can get some points, some easy points. But I think Alfonso Dawson will benefit the most from having Brian Johnson back in the lineup for us because he and Brian have such a camaraderie in terms of where he likes the ball, where he's most comfortable with the ball, and taking a little bit of pressure off of him defensively, and guys not keying on him so much have to respect Brian's outside shot. So hopefully that'll open up some things for Alfonso in there as well.
They're going to be tested pretty good. I noticed you have a pretty tough schedule. Villanova, the Cable Car Classic. What else you got in that?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're at Cornell, who they made a nice little run last year in the NCAA tournament. We're at Ohio U, who made a nice little run in the NCAA tournament. So I'm getting to the point now where we're going to fire our scheduler. That guy we can't have. Unfortunately, that's me, so we'll keep him around a little longer. But, I think we're trying to challenge our guys because we know the CAA is such a tough conference, and anything that we can do and get to in postseason is going to go through the CAA. So we want to challenge our guys as much as possible in the non-conference without getting their spirits or confidence knocked down too much. And I think hopefully we have a good mix of games and be able to do that.
Monte, we mentioned that you had 5 starters returning, only 3 seniors, but only 2 freshmen. So you've got some guys with some experience. How deep can this bench be, and how much can you use them this year?
Well, you know what? I tell our guys that playing time, starting lineups, all those things are determined on the practice floor every single day. So, if you make it as difficult as possible for us to keep you off the floor. And, that's why our practices have been very competitive because we have no starters right now. The only starters we have are, you determine the starting lineup once there's practice, once that ball goes up in practice. So it's the fairest way for us to do it, and it's a way that they know if think I'm a starter and I want to solidify that, I better practice hard. If I'm on the bench, I want to become a starter, I better practice hard. If I'm on the bench, I want to get more minutes, I better practice hard. So, our guys know that everything is determined in practice for us.
Last year I thought when Brian Johnson went down, it was like the key that starts your engine really went out of your team. Is everybody healthy right now?
Well, not really. Brian Johnson had a bit of a tweak to his knee. He tore his meniscus 2 days ago in practice, but he's having surgery this week, and it's just a four-week deal. So he'll be back rather soon. So he'll be okay.
We like to hear that. Before we go, to talk a little bit about this conference and how you're seeing it. You talked about how ultra competitive it is. but that also has got to be a great advantage, knowing that really anybody's got a shot in this.
Well, I think whenever you have a conference that has the type of coaches it has, the type of talented players that it has, it's going to lend for exciting games every single night out, and there's not a night off. I remember when I first got in the league, Delaware might have been that night off, but now we've gotten to the point where every night is a tough night, so we're excited about that.
Monte, great having you with us, and good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you, guys.